There's that. There's that.
I mean, we face that every day.
Well, what we discovered last night was literally just people that just don't know the history of their industry, and that also was sad on itself.
Yeah.
You know. Oh, look, there we go. We're live. Carrie, do you want to say hi to everybody, Carrie, and introduce everybody?
Sure. So today is
22nd.
The 22nd already. And this is Mardox live chat. And if you happened upon our channel, please subscribe, like, and comment, and you have the chance of winning a prize. Maybe. And we don't know what that prize is yet.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know yet. We're going to figure it out when the time comes.
Yeah.
Well, we had John Brewer in the room. I don't know if he left or crashed or what. I don't know. We were all triggered before the show here because of some changes that are going on in our website, and there was a discussion about what content is, and John decided, I don't know if John decided just to leave or if he has a technical issue. I'm hoping it's just a technical issue because I think
no, he decided to leave, and I don't think he's coming back.
Well, did he say something to you or?
Yeah.
What did, oh. Okay. Can you text it in Skype to tell me what was said at least? Because this, I find this childish. I do. Yeah, it was just a word, for God's sakes.
I just walked in on it.
So today we don't really have a topic. We're trying to find a topic as we started this show. And last night there was a situation Belinda, myself, and a couple other people were involved in at another chat room. And we discovered a group of people in the traffic exchange industry that do not know their history of their industry, and it aggravated me because I have I'm part of this history, and going back to 1997, and I posted my video today. It's called the very first traffic exchange ever. It's on my Nelson's channel. I'll put a link to my video down below. And I explain detail by detail where traffic exchanges came from and what days we started on, stuff like that. But I don't want to talk about that itself. I was going to say is, Belinda, before we started the show, Belinda was talking about industries and companies that copycat other industries, and going as far, and two things. They don't know their history of their own industry, and they tend to copy other people who are already doing something, and it literally just mimic content. And I think what I'm trying to get at is, and maybe it's a topic for today, I don't know, but if you're going to start a business, hi Lauren, if you're going to start a business on the internet and you're going to go forward with a site or a product, you want to be unique. You want to be above and beyond everybody else. If you're just going to copy another person's concept, the car tire, if you're just going to copy it for the sake of copying it, that's not a business to get into, I don't think. What do you guys think?
Well, in my opinion, yes, there's only so many ideas you can come up with, but if you're going to copy what we call free enterprise, you don't really copy what somebody's already doing. What you do is you could take some of the same ideas, but then put a twist on it and make it go into another direction, let's say, similar to maybe what somebody else is doing, but doing it in like make it a whole new thing in your business, so that you're still offering something different and standing out. To me, that's what you call free enterprise. When you're strictly copying somebody exactly what they're doing or almost like what they're doing, I don't see the practicality even in that, let alone the ethics.
I mean,
because why?
Well, let Josh say something here.
That's a good example of Facebook. I mean, MySpace was the first social network site, but Facebook kicked the crap out of them.
Yeah, but they went a whole new direction, though. At least they did something different also.
Hold on a second. Who was first, MySpace or Facebook?
MySpace.
Really?
I've been around social media that long.
Yeah, well, because if you watch The Social Network, the movie, they don't mention anything about the MySpace at all.
I know.
They make it look like this. Yeah, they make it look like Facebook was the first one.
Well, Facebook's uniqueness was that they only catered to college kids originally.
Yeah.
You had to have a .edu email before you could even join Facebook. They didn't make it public until a few years after it started.
Right. Yeah.
And then basically took over MySpace market, because once they went public to everybody, a lot of the people from MySpace came over to Facebook.
Yeah.
And then people start making things like classmates.com, now called something else, and
I had a membership on Facebook at the time of the EDU because I got fed up, and I was my own domain registrar at the time, and I went and registered mardox.edu and put Nelson Buck at mardox.edu, and boom, I was in. And there's a hack and a half for you right there, you know. An example of taking a product and going forward with it and making it better is I watched a video the other day of a person who came up with a brand new structure of a bicycle tire. It's still with spokes and a rim and a rubber tire. It looks just like any old rubber tire. But the guy used components and materials so strong that they were able to mount it to the back of a car. They had to make a special plate that mounted onto the bolts of the car, and it came out, and your tire mounted to that pin. Obviously, it doesn't just go on a car. But when they lowered the car down on this new tire, this bicycle tire, not motorbike, but bicycle tire, when they lowered it down on the bicycle tire held the car's weight 100%. Now he's looking into what vehicles could they try to see what is the breaking point of holding up that car with a bicycle tire. And they drove with it. They rolled around a parking lot with this tire. So just to go an example, literally the person reinvented the wheel. They took a bicycle tire, took the basic function, and said, I'm going to make it better, stronger. And the whole reason was because one of his kids jumped, and when they landed, the tire bent. And he said, well, wait a minute, the impact, the weight of the bike, put it together, wasn't much force. So he made a bicycle tire that you could use as a spare tire in your car. It was nuts. But there you go, go above and beyond.
Sure. Why not?
Another example, I think Belinda knows, that live chat that we watched last night. Lauren walked into that chat, and she was sitting there. I'm not laughing at you, Lauren. I'm just going to use you as an example, if you don't mind. Is that okay? Yeah. Lauren came into the chat room, and she saw the people on screen, and she's talking and saying, I don't think they can hear me. Not realizing that these people are using really old technology, and we're using really advanced technology to do these live chats. And it's kind of neat because she was expecting there to be like, okay, I'm on their site, I should be talking, and it's like we are right now, and it wasn't working for her. So another example is, we take technology and we try to push the limits and see what's the maximum we can do with what we're doing versus what others are doing with the bare minimum.
Well, that's the difference too with us, okay? Yeah, we're not the first ones to do exactly a live chat. I mean, but we're not copying somebody else, because that's what these things like Zoom are for, is to do some kind of chat or webinar or whatever. It's not that we're the original people doing this. What we're doing with this is an idea that other people are not doing, the way that we're going about it. That's a perfect example of maybe you're not totally different in some respects, but you're still doing your own thing with it. You're not trying to be like somebody else and do exactly what they're doing.
Right. You guys want to pitch in to speak? Carrie? Anybody?
Yeah, I think that we're doing something unique here in one sense, though, because from what I've seen of that particular conversation, they don't really even have a topic. So
they sit around doing their own thing. It's like if we were when we're not in live chat and we're doing our own thing, we might as well just put the camera on, not talk to the audience, just do our thing. That's what they're doing.
The video in question that we're talking about is last night's video, and we logged it. I was invited to it, and I was told, yeah, come on in, chat, and I'll bring you on the show, and you can tell people who you are, and and introduce yourself. And I went in, an hour and a half hour went by, an hour went by, an hour and a half went by. Finally, Belinda and Lauren went in, and they said, why isn't Nelson on the chat? Why isn't he talking? And this is after multiple times that I had asked, why, how do I get into the video? How do I get connected here? And nobody's saying anything. It's like they're not even reading the comments going down the side of the screen. And to the point of Belinda and Lauren said, why isn't Nelson on the screen? And one of the characters says, because we don't want him on this. We don't want him in the video. We don't want him live. So in the text, I blatantly wrote, "Wow, what a dick." Literally, those were my words, and I'm not ashamed of saying it. That's what I said. And the owner of the chat room went ballistic. To the point that when I went back this morning to look at the full recording, they had deleted the previous stream and finished it off with the last hour only. And it's like, yeah, real mature.
Oh, you mean I couldn't get to read? So they were what I was looking at and telling you about. They deleted that part.
That's all gone.
Oh man, that was good stuff.
That
was probably the highlight of their chat.
I know it was. And now I want to go in every night and I want to record the screen and watch just as an archive, and show people what's going on behind the scenes. Some of these traffic exchange owners were on that site, and you would be appalled. I'm not going to repeat what it was said, but you would be appalled at knowing how some of these people think, and yet you guys as members out there are paying these people. And not all traffic exchange owners, but these specific group, OMG.
They were like a fraternity frat boy society gone bad.
Unprofessional, minus a million.
Yeah, that's being nice.
I don't even end up like it was bad.
Say again, Carrie? I didn't hear you.
I wish I had been there. I would have said something. We treated them we treated that person very well on our chat. So.
Yeah. Well, the person that was invited in by, like I said before, he didn't do anything wrong, but he could have at least backed me up. Have some backbone. You invite somebody in, and your group slanders you. At least step up and say, "Hey, whoa, guys, what the hell do you think you're doing? I know this guy, so on and so forth."
Tell about the link of why you went in there to begin with, and who mentioned it to you.
It was one of our members gave me the link to invite me in, and I went in because he invited me in, so that was fine. But it was the way that the whole room was handled, and that if someone were to join in here, and I invited the person in, or if Mike invited somebody in, and then once the person's in, we start slandering that person. You're a piece of this, and you're no good for nothing. That I would expect Mike to at least stand up and say, "Hey guys, stop! It's my guest. Back up support your own guest at least, right?" And this didn't even happen. The people on video were bad mouthing me. And then the people in the chat were starting to badmouth me, going to the point of the reason why I posted my video today as to the first traffic exchange ever. Because at one point I told the guy, one person asked me, "Who the hell do you think you are?" And I said, "Well, for one, I'm the first person to create a traffic exchange." And right off the bat, everybody in that room just started going off and saying that I'm a scam. I'm a scam. At one point I was told that just wait, Nelson will say he created Google. And they're passing me off as liars, and the whole time the person who invited me in never backed me up, just sat there and smiled. So
see, here's the thing. First off, it's not professional. You don't see us ever slip. Even those who deserve it, who are known scam artists, we don't mention their name. We don't slander them. We don't do any of that stuff. Let alone bring in a guest and do it. I'm sorry, that's beyond immature.
Even look here now in this video. We could be real assholes right now. Pardon the language, but we could be real assholes and say the link to the video that we're talking about. Name the people in there, including the owner who really went ballistic, on and on and on. But we're not doing that because they're going to make their own bed and they're going to lay in it themselves.
And we're going to be better than that.
Yeah, that's right. That's what it's going to come down to. And, but integrity. If you're just going to copy a website, just for the sake of copying a website and their content, it's not worth it. At least look at what they have and make something better. Make it so that these other people in the industry can look at you and say, "Hey, how can I make my site better than yours," et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And hopefully we'll advance the human population, the human condition. Does that make sense? Hey, Eugene's here. I didn't know Eugene was here.
I didn't say anything. I'm here.
Hello, Eugene. What do you think, Eugene, about these websites that just copy websites just for the sake of being a website? Any thoughts on that?
I haven't seen that around, copying websites.
Do you use traffic exchanges?
Yes, I use traffic exchanges, but I haven't seen.
Yeah, but when you look at traffic exchanges, you don't notice they almost all look the same.
Some of them do. Some of the ones that aren't on Click Track Profit, but I've noticed some of them that look the same.
Yeah.
Like some of those, it's where you sign up and it says unknown, and then they assign you they assign someone to you after you sign up.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
Yeah. That.
But even on the
some of
inside, the way the menus are, the images.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
don't use those too many. I don't use.
Yeah.
I
But,
don't use that kind of exchange too much.
oh, okay. You use the ones that are more unique and individual on their
Yeah.
own. Very good.
Like at Click Track Profit.
Yeah. Well, Click Track Profit was really good. It is pretty good. I'm starting to use it more and more now myself.
Yeah.
You know. But there's a lot of sites out there where you can just buy a license to a membership site or Mike, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, Script.
Yeah, Script. There you go. And you install it, and boom, there's your traffic exchange. You got to make your images and your color your buttons, and boom, off you go. How can you make it better? That's the big question. Can people make it better instead of just duplicating all the time?
Yeah, make it to where it's actually qualified traffic.
Yeah, I mean, Josh, you do websites. Do you have a system where people can just pay you and you have the same page over and over and over again?
Yeah.
You do have one like that.
Of course.
Why?
Because I'm a business person. You got to have a system in place so you can replicate it.
No.
Most of my work is custom work, but if you have you get clients that are like, well, I'm on a budget, I can't afford this. Okay, well, here's a pre-done deal, and have a nice day. You know, it's cheap. We can get it.
Yeah, but you're gonna have one website's gonna sell flowers, another one's gonna sell plates. They don't overlap in the industry.
I mean, I get clients from a lot of different industries all over the place. So,
how about traffic exchanges?
Now and then, hell no.
Too cheap.
No, they're too cheap. Yeah, most of those guys are too cheap to build anything.
Yeah.
And a lot of the traffic is not qualified traffic, which is a whole other issue. I have problems with the traffic exchanges. As an offline business, I would never recommend it to my clients because I could get sued.
Right, but just working for a traffic exchange, are you allowed to do that?
I could do whatever I want on that, but my point is that traffic exchanges don't provide qualified traffic for offline companies.
Right. No, I understand that. Yeah, I understand that.
How do you qualify the traffic, Josh?
What I mean is, if you're going to just click on a link just because you're getting a credit for clicking the link, you're not a potential buyer. And when you just actually have certain things online, let's say you're selling online goods even for digital products.
Yeah.
Every time somebody clicks and they don't buy, it lowers what's called the earnings, the EPC countdown.
Yeah.
Earnings per click, and that just drives everybody that wants to promote it away from that product.
Yeah.
So a lot of things can be hurt by traffic exchanges because they don't understand how the numbers work in their favor. And it's because they just get credit for clicking the link. It's not like they're really interested in the product. It's just they're clicking it because they get clicking it.
Right. So they're looking for traffic where someone's going to go forward to a website, become interested in the product, and order the product.
That's what I want. I don't want just traffic just for the sake of traffic. I'd rather have 100 visitors that are interested in buying than 10,000 visitors that are just clicking through because of the exchange.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, quality over quantity. Yeah, that's normal. And that makes perfect sense.
One's going to net dollars in my hand. The other one isn't.
Yeah, that's right. Everybody's gone gray. What is it? Lauren's not showing her face. Belinda's not showing her face. Eugene can't show his face. We only got 3 people showing their faces today, including me. That makes 4. I'm worth 2. Okay, another topic, guys. Let's transition to something. Carrie, what's going on?
I'm back.
What interests you right now? Hi, Lauren.
It's a good topic to talk about. This creating topics every day, it feels like
too much.
It's a difficult thing. Like every day I'm asked that, and I have topics some days, and some days I don't.
Right.
You know,
I'm just saying we go with topics because Josh is the one that said we need topics, and so I brought up we need topics. If it's just gonna be a casual chat, I don't mind. We can just do a casual chat. It doesn't bother me one bit. You know, the whole idea to this thing was what the videos was supposed to be to bring people in and let other members meet us and see that we're human beings. That's what it was supposed to be for.
Like, I think it solves the purpose of it's promoting the purpose of building communities.
Yeah.
And sometimes in our idle conversation with each other, since we're all linked by internet marketing, sometimes we can, in idle conversation, come up with good topics.
It happens when we're not recording.
Yeah.
How many times I said that? We're live, and then everybody goes
Dead.
Everybody changes, including Mike. Everybody changes. Even Mike's dog stops barking.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I got a question.
Go ahead.
Well, like when I'm posting an ad on in a group on Facebook, it's better to come up with your own words than copy and paste, right?
Depends on what. Yeah, generally, you want to put your own wording in. That'd be better. But what? Give me a reference. Give me an example of what you're posting.
An example.
Are you talking like, for example, a picture of kittens, or are you talking about an ad to a website that you're promoting?
An ad to a website I'm promoting.
Okay. First thing you want to do is when you post, you want to see if the site's been blacklisted from Facebook. If you don't have your own custom URL, your own link and your own domain name, like Kerry has Kerry Foster, I have Nelson Buck, Michael has michaelcostra.com. And if you don't have a page that links to the page that you're promoting, you're going to be promoting the company's link, and after about 1,000 posts of that link to Facebook, Facebook says it's spammy. Therefore, they kind of like, they don't want the link anymore. There was a couple things we talked about with that. Don't put the link in. How did that work now? Belinda, you had something on that. You said you posted an image, but you had to link it to the site in the image, right?
Yeah, well, when you post a link in the main group chat, it turns into an image.
Yeah, but if you but if you put the link in, Facebook's going to see a link, and then they rate you way down below. Someone told me that if you make an image, like for example, sign up today for free, www.mardox.com, in the image, and then you upload the image, they can't bump you down or anything. All they're seeing is an image. So then you would say, hey, everybody, come and join my program. The link is in the image below. Boom, whatever. And whoever sees the link has to type it in. Someone told me to do it that way, and you'll get better results that way than if you type in www.mardox.com.
Plus, you can't put like referral links in there. You could post blog posts and put that link in Facebook, and they won't shut you down.
Well, as long as there's not too many spammy links, yeah. CarrieFoster.com is going to...
Like if it's an article on a blog,
yeah,
it'll take you could take people to your blog on Facebook.
Yeah.
That's a better way of doing it,
yeah,
right?
and then from there have them click...
And then on your blog, you can have valuable content about what you're, wanting to promote. But you want to make sure that you're offering value first, and then you'll have a few articles. I'll have an article on Mardox and why I like Mardox.
Yeah.
And I could even on Facebook put a link to my blog article about Mardox.
Right.
You see, and then that would be okay.
Well,
and then I will write my article will be,
Yeah, Nick had a neat idea. Is to take all the video packages that we have at Mardox and make them their own little mini websites so that the members could promote each link, so that you can put a blog post about, let's say, for example, how to do email marketing, and then what is going on here?
Or a lot of times when I post an ad in a group on Facebook, I don't put a link. I will say comment for info and stuff like that.
Yeah, Carrie, go ahead. I gotta take care of this. Or somebody go ahead.
Okay, yeah. So that's okay. So you think of everything as a spokes on a wheel, right? So if you write a blog post on You can put it in Twitter. You can put it on your Facebook page. You can add it to social media. You can also write a report on that blog post and use that report as a lead magnet to get people to sign up on safe lists and traffic exchanges. But it all comes back from that blog post. So you're using that blog post in like several different ways to build your list, to get eyes on, to take people from Facebook to your blog, and then on your blog you'll have a place for people to get on your list, which ties in with the autoresponder. I don't know, that's a lot of information, but you see what I mean?
Like I was going to say, sorry, I had a notification about a security issue with HTTPS, and it turns out that it's not really anything to do with me. It's just that it's kind of funny when you see Google and security issue, and it's like, oh, So I focused on that real quick. Nothing important though, no hacks, no, everybody's safe. So so you create what you want to do is you want to create your blog post. And then in your blog post, have it relevant to Mardox, for example. Let's say Mardox is the program. Let's say you want to promote the video package of how to do email marketing. Well, then we would provide you with a link to the video email marketing part, that telling members that if they join Mardox, you would have access to this video package. In your blog, you do your blog about email marketing, and then say, for more information, you can get videos at mardox.com. Regarding email marketing. Click here for more information. Click, they go over to the page. So that would be your best bet, because then you're promoting your blog, and then you're giving them a resource over to Mardox. That would be actually your best bet, because if you promote Mardox directly in Facebook, they already say that it's a spammy site, because there's already so many people have put the mardox.com link into Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I was saying, is if you have your own website, your own domain name, Lauren.com
I used to.
Okay, but if you can get it again, it'd be great, because if you have Lauren.com/Mardox, then you can do an article on Mardox and have people click over to your affiliate page at Mardox. You see?
Yeah, and see, on Facebook you can create a page, and then you can have Twitter, and you can have LinkedIn or whatever. You can attach all those with a nice little tool called Hootsuite, which we do have training about in our Mardox site. And then you can pre-schedule things to go out to your Facebook following. And some of that can be blog posts from other people that you've found that are good, that add value, until you have written your own. And then, of course, in there, you will also add your own, right?
Yeah.
So, but when you're on that other person's blog, you want to make sure it's not a sales blog or has affiliate links in it and all kinds of stuff. You want to make sure it's just information. Then people start seeing your face all the time and start seeing that you're providing them with really good content. Then they're going to like you. They're going to start following what you're doing.
That's right.
It's a long-term. It's not like, oh, I'm going to get a sign up right away kind of process, but it definitely will build your brand and your name and get you out there as a valuable resource to the community instead of just somebody that's spamming. Mm-hmm. If I give you my link, everybody's doing that and nobody responds well. Oh, so-and-so is saying hi to me just because they want to promote something else, right?
That's right. There's a lot of people out there that think that you're going to promote a link and you're going to get if you get 10 million hits to your site that you're going to have tons of cash, and it's not the case. There's people out there that get only 100 hits to their site a month. In all, that's 3 people a day, and they make more money than a person that gets 10 million hits. It really depends on the quality of the traffic and the quality of the content you're offering. Yeah.
And see, when you're building a list on an autoresponder, you need to make sure you're sending messages to them then, right? Like, you can build a list, and if you're not following up with that list, then you've just thrown all your effort out the window. And you want to give that list the same kind of treatment you would one-to-one. So you want to give them valuable content.
That's a topic there, too. I mean, lists in general. How many times have you seen that you join up to a list, They say they're going to talk about. They say they're going to talk about how to knit toques. Okay, and a little ways through, you start getting tons of emails saying join this other list, join this other list, join this other list, all because you're on this first list. And then they start talking about not how to knit toques, but suddenly the list turns into how to make envelopes. Have you guys ever had that? It's like the person lost interest in the primary topic and they said, what the hell? I'll just start talking about this other topic and whoever doesn't like it can leave.
I think what happens is that they give you something. Let's say they send you an ebook. Once they send the ebook, and they say, well, these are going to be the topics that they're going to be discussing. But what happens then is that you're right. It only becomes a sales pitches. That's all it becomes.
That's it. Hi, John, you're back. Now I'm gonna apologize on record, John. I'm sorry if I upset you before the show, and I'm gonna say it so everybody says I was while the show was going on. John was saying that I upset him. I apologize if I upset you. Before the show started, I got anxious, and I was like, guys, come on, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute, and I was getting anxious about, come on, let's get a topic going, So I guess John and I had a fight that I, honest to God, wasn't aware of. I apologize for upsetting you and don't want to do it again. But welcome back. Are we still good, buddy?
We're good.
Okay, we're good.
Nobody knocked on your door, right?
Not yet. But I gave you the wrong address. It gets hectic. I got 3 screens going. I got YouTube to think about and the website, and I got people saying, "Well, we can't talk about this topic." And then it's like, "Okay, fine, we won't talk about the topic. Give me a topic. 3 minutes to go."
So Michael is making really good points right now about how,
Our last thing was mail this, and Mike, you were just saying that. Email us on how we sign up for an ebook and put our email name and email address in, and then suddenly we're being promoted other stuff. Not just go sign up to our list, but the list itself becomes something different.
Yeah,
you've had that.
Oh, tons of it.
I see that all the time.
Yeah,
annoying.
That's it.
Yeah, they become instead of keeping their topics, if it's list building. Next thing you know, you're being bombarded with all kinds of products that have no relevance to the subject.
That's it.
Because our nemesis, I won't say any names.
Can I? Is it today's nemesis or the previous nemesis?
The previous nemesis. The
World Profits.
I'm not speaking against World Profit.
I can't say the name. I can say the name.
Okay, yes, sir. I'm not speaking against our nemesis, but I'm speaking against the way that they teach people to do things, because there's a lot of they teach like in your emails, right? When you write an email for your safe list or for your mailer, and they say put about 4 or 5 links down there at the bottom of it. That's the wrong answer. I mean, okay, that might have been back in the day, but when every safe list or mailer that you're a member of, they tell you do not put more than 1 link in the mail, and they do that for a reason, because it gets tagged as spam rather.
That's right. Yeah. Multiple links in an email gets listed as spam, right?
Yeah. A lot of things pick it up as spam. John, a lot of mailers don't really allow it.
John, is that including also the sites that you own, eh?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah. Because what you're having, because the spiders and all this and that and the other thing, they're not concerned if you own this or not. They're just seeing a bunch of links.
Exactly. Yeah.
And they're labeling, and that's sending up signals as, okay, this is spam. Now, if you've got a bunch of links on your blog post or something like that, that's totally different. But when you're sending out emails, these are the things that send up signals. And they're saying how wonderful it is to do that, and it's also annoying.
Yeah.
Because you you decided to give away your valuable information because your name and your email address is valuable information, you know, to get what you thought you were going to get because it looked interesting to you. And then they show you a little bit of that, and then they bombard you with all this other junk that they want to sell also. And that's one of the problems in the industry today.
Yeah.
In my
Well,
What-
it's okay. It's good to have a website that offers multiple products like we do. We have lots of stuff
yeah,
that we
that's no
offer.
problem.
But if you're going to send out an email about video training, it has to be a video about the video training, not video training. Oh, and by the way, we also offer tires and hubcaps and we sell food. you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
it's got
And we have cups.
yeah, and cups. Yes, yes. So when you send your email out, be specific in your email. Your call to action be specific. Not yeah. And I always thought the multiple the multiple links at the bottom of the email. I always thought that could be more along the lines of the safe lists. I remember when I'm going to go back to my video for today. When you go back to Safe Mail Exchange, we told people they were not allowed to put their own links in their emails. In fact, anything HTTP got taken out right off the bat. And it was because we wanted our members who received the email to click the link in the email that we put in that provided tracking.
Right.
And if you put your own links in the bottom, well, then we don't know if the person clicked or not. And then we had people calling and saying, "Oh, it says I got 50 clicks only, and I've had an account for 3 months." And
Yeah.
you know, because everybody clicks everything else. Also,
Yeah.
we were the first ones to say you got credits for being able to send emails out. So you had to have that link clicked by whoever. That's why that was. And our system was as soon as we saw HTTP at the beginning of the line, the entire line got deleted. So if you had welcome to the wild world of HTTP, the line got deleted. That was a glitch.
Okay.
That was a trigger word. HTTP.
Yeah. Yeah.
John, what about the mailing sequence? Like, for instance, I know that people do it like every 2 days or every 3 days. But I've noticed that some people, man, same person sends 2, 3 emails, even sometimes up to 5 emails the same day.
Yeah.
That's too much.
Hold on just a second. Lauren, listen carefully here. You talked about this, we talked about this. Listen carefully here, okay?
That's entirely too much. People don't want to be bombarded with stuff. First of all, people are very busy. Second of all, people have short attention spans. They have
What was that? I was
zero, and they have zero patience, right? And they clicked on the link because they saw that the ad was interesting and they wanted to know about that topic. And then you send them that information. That's fine. And if the next day or the day after that, you want to send them some more information about something else, that's okay. That's what autoresponders are all about. But if you're going to bam, send them this, and bam, send them that, and bam, send them that, one after on the same day, you are going to ruin your reputation. You're damaging your brand, and you will be labeled as a spammer. Period.
Now, there's something else now. I want Lauren to listen. Lauren is signed up to a program, and she asked the other day. She didn't ask. She said, "Okay, I'm signed up to this program, and I got to go through my emails. I got to send out my emails. I wait about 5 days to send an email to the new members." And she mentioned that the site tells her to wait a few days before you send your personal email to your new members. And I talked about it with a bunch of people, and too many emails, too quick. Yes, send your email the next day to them. That's too quick. 2 days. 2 days should be the point where you email them their first letter, and then say one, not the next day after, but every 2 days, I would say. You know, to make that contact.
Well, this site sends out letters to the people automatically. That's why it says to wait a few days.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what's a few to them? Did it tell you what it is, or? Because
it's letters attached to an autoresponder that the owner has.
Okay, so his stuff already goes out, and then they're saying for you to make personal contact with the people too, right?
Right.
Yeah. Five, I think five. It depends on how many emails go out. If he's sending one every day for 3 days, yeah, then 5 is fine. But if he sends out one the same day and then the next day and that's it, I would do it on the 4th day, as close as possible, because people do not have an attention span. At 5 days, they're gonna go, "Who are you? What are you?" I do it all the time. I'm forever deleting people out of my email list because apparently I signed up to a mail list and I don't remember them at all. But it's been so long.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that's important too. Too many, too quick is no good. Wait too long it will kill your list. Definitely. Yeah.
Did that answer your question, Michael?
So basically, we're looking anywhere between 2 to 3 days before you send out a new email.
Yeah, it really kind of depends. It's up to people's personal taste usually, but you don't want to get on people's nerves, but you don't want to wait too long either. And Nelson has a point to where even one a day could be a bit much. It's in today's industry because people get a lot of mail,
Mm-hmm.
and you might not intend to, but you might get on their nerves. And I was wondering about.
There should be like a welcome email attached to the autoresponder that
Exactly, yeah.
Says welcome to the program. That should be right away.
Yeah.
Right.
I used to have a mail list that was called 365 Days of Success, and the first. You were told at the beginning you were going to get a new email from me every day. You were told this for 365 days, so it wasn't hidden or anything.
Yeah.
And what the idea was, it was that I got to bring it back because it is still a good concept if people stick with it. First 5 emails were driven around trying to explain to people who I am and what I'm doing, what my ideas are. Going into the next 5 emails after that, it got into inspirational ideas. What they can do to help better life, little paragraphs explaining how to optimize their time, and then it went in more into this. Then it went into the 10th day and on 11th day, and on everything to do with my network of sites. At the time was A2ZSol.com, Mardox, Bannerscape, SafeList, URL-O-Matic. It was all those old sites that I owned, and.
Nelson,
yeah,
it's called an e-course.
Yeah, well, it's an e-course. Yeah, it's an e-course, but it really was. It wasn't a course. It wasn't. Hey, I'm going to teach you how to do this. It wasn't that at all. It's like, hi, I'm Nelson. I'm going to be sending you an email every day. I'm hoping this helps you if you have any questions. And the first 5 days was really let's get on the first level, one-on-one kind of thing. It's trying to burn my name into their mind. And it worked after they got to the 15th, 20th day. 30th day, most of them just canceled, because it really was a long list. But it was interesting to see how many emails they'll allow to come through before they said, no, unsubscribe at the time.
But also that way you can see people who are really serious.
Yeah.
Or
now put in a junk email address and just laughing their asses off while you're sending email to them every day. They're not even looking at it. It's just cling, cling, cling.
Yeah.
There's that too.
Basically what aggravates me is when somebody sends you an email and they don't have an unsubscribe. That burns me.
That's aggravating.
And this guy,
it's illegal.
People, they dump mail after mail after mail. You know damn well that the guy's using some kind of a service.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's illegal and it's out of India. I'm serious. I'm dead serious. Next time you get one of those, pull up the headers, the ugly headers, and then find the IP address of the server that sent it, and go look up the IP address. You'll say it's out of India. It's out of India, out of Pakistan, out of those places where the law doesn't matter out there. It really doesn't matter, and they don't care. They'll just use another IP address tomorrow morning.
Yeah, exactly.
That would be a good video to make, Nelson, to teach people how to do that.
Oh, to look at to look at the email headers and look that stuff up. Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's like this: when you use SafeList and mailers, right? It's easier to unsubscribe from those, but the typical ones. But sometimes you get on these lists, like Michael said, and you get all of these mails, right? And there's nowhere to unsubscribe, because when you get emails from the mailer or the safe list, there's the option to report the email and stuff like that. But if this is sent directly to one of your accounts without being sent through a typical safe list service, and if they don't put an unsubscribe, there's no, it's harder to get rid of it.
That's it. That's it. The only emails that we don't have unsubscribe on are the sign-up emails. They're called transactional emails. They're not required to have an unsubscribe. But you do have to have an email box. If someone were to write back and say this isn't my I didn't sign up to this, you got to be able to cancel out the email. That's the reason why Mardox, when your person puts in their name and email address in the first field, in the very first site, and they don't reply to it, we don't. It's just a lead. We don't even keep it. It's gone after a certain amount of time, and we do not re-email that person over and over again saying why aren't you going to confirm? Why aren't you going to confirm? Because that would then be spamming somebody who never signed up. And what happens is this: I drank too much Sprite one night with a little bit of rum, and it's Coke and rum, I know. And I go out and I use Carrie's email address because Carrie's the first email address I saw there, and her face is memorable, right, Carrie? So I take her email address, I go out and I start signing her up to programs. But I don't have access to her email account, so the next morning she wakes up and there's all these emails of, please confirm, please confirm, please confirm. She never signed up to any of this stuff. If you read those emails, they say, if you receive this email in error, simply delete it and disregard it. And that means that they're not keeping your email on file. Usually within 24 hours, your email address is gone anyways.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Then she screams, Nelson!
Yeah, because I'm an idiot and I put because I'm half drunk or I'm half
Because
cocked.
I would automatically think it was Nelson, right?
Well, no, because I would be half cocked because it'd be a 1 liter of rum and Sprite. So it's like, Nelson Bach, Carrie, at, So in that case, I'd be in trouble. Nelson! Oh, jeez. My luck, I'd use the at mardox.com, so I just go in and delete the box there.
Yeah. You'd have something on there where you would have messed up and put the wrong name or.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. But a lot of people do that, and it's just to piss other people off. They use other people's email addresses and think it's funny to put them in a whole bunch of sites. I used to have a program that I would plug in the person's name and email address and push submit, and they would get literally about 800 emails by the next morning. And it was nasty. It was called Exploit Submission Wizard. And when you submitted your website in a day, when you submitted your website to the search engines, they wanted your name, your email address, and stuff. And what did they say? Please confirm your website submission. So if I would submit to 8,000 of these sites, you'd get at least 800 emails by next morning. And you're sitting there going, what? You guys know what I'm talking about with this. You've seen this.
I did receive please confirm. I never confirmed them. I just wiped them out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you're not added. There's no point in using it because you're not added.
No, exactly.
Yeah. But if you're using the software, you should confirm them. Otherwise, you don't get added. But you're supposed to submit and be at the computer waiting for your email as it's working, not submit and leave, come back 3 days later.
And that's another thing I don't like, right? You sign up to a list or something, right? And you expect to get the confirmation email within the next few minutes. At the longest within the hour.
Mm-hmm.
It really shouldn't take longer. And if it takes longer than that, then they're not doing something right. And there's the risk of you even forgetting you signed up to it because people
and that's fine.
Yeah.
And that's fine. I'll tell you why. A lot of the time when you don't receive email, it has nothing to do with the website or you. It has to do with their IP address being blocked. Your ISP, the one receiving the mail, recognizes them as spam. It doesn't even go to your spam box. It gets junked. It happened to us when I restarted Mardox. MSN, Outlook, they blocked the Mardox IP address because of suspicious activity. I never to this day don't know what it is. And my emails going to any Outlook or any Microsoft network server, my emails from Mardox going out to them, they weren't even going into the spam box or junk mail. They weren't even being delivered. It wasn't even bouncing back. It was just gone.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I have a question.
Yeah.
sorry, not to interrupt. Speaking of that, if you're trying to get your money back for somebody, and you decide to email them a bunch of times so they can't ignore your email, does your email get blacklisted that way? If you're doing it manually, I mean, not through autoresponder.
Takes them just once to right click and say block.
So even if you do multiple email addresses, they have to block each new one then, right? Each time you get...
No, probably your IP, but if you do too often from the same IP, they'll just block the IP address.
Even if you what do you call it, change your VPN or...
Oh, the VPN, yeah, you could do that. But if you got to go to those extents to get someone to answer their email, they really don't want to talk to you.
Well, I know that, but I'm saying so they can't ignore what they've done wrong.
It's like John.
That's the only purpose of why.
It's like when I message John, he just doesn't want to talk to me. Don't blame him. He just doesn't want to talk to me.
I have a thing that shows me who views my emails. It'll show when someone's viewed it too. I have a free service an app that I downloaded to web-based app.
You want to get refunded for a free service? Is that what
No, it's not a free service. It's a high-end paid service.
Okay, that has it for free.
No, I never said anything about free. I don't know where you got that from. I'm just saying in general, because you said about blocking, email and addresses and all that, and I was wondering, well, what if you're manually, let's say, messaging somebody? I'm just giving a number. I'm not really doing this, but like, I don't know, 200-300 times. Just an extreme, example.
You'll get listed as a spammer, that's for sure.
Well, no, but you do it from a junk email address, but they know it's you because in the message they'll know who it really is, obviously.
But if you got
to save your own real email address.
Are we talking about the same person that you're trying to get the money back from?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you got to go to those extremes, start going to the legal action. Write them a registered letter and mail it to them. And tell them you're serious. And you're gonna be going to court.
Yeah, and that's just putting me more money than what they owe me.
It's worth it because when I get a registered letter, I take it serious.
It'll save you a lot of time, and you'll have more on your side legally.
Yeah.
Well, how do you do it if I don't know their home address?
Because what you're suggesting to do, they could take that and say that they could turn that they owe you money into you're stalking them.
Yeah.
Well, how do you go? How do I find out their home address? I don't know.
Well, he's gotta have a mebsite. It must be a mailing address.
It's a business address, probably.
Okay, that's fine. It doesn't matter. Even if it's a business address, send a registered letter requiring a signature to receiving it, and in there tell them that you want your refund or you're going to take them to court.
That should be on the who's or whatever they call that, right?
The what? The who is?
Yeah, but some of them can go private too. If you look up their info on whois.com.
Yeah, but if the person's hiding their mailing address that bad, I mean, we've got the privacy too on Mardox because I was getting people showing up my door. It's like, not kidding. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. Dunk, 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 dunk. Hi, I'm a member of your website and I got some questions. Seriously, I'm not kidding. That got nasty. I went the domain name privacy right off the board. That was just stupid.
You're kidding me, really?
No, I'm serious. They showed up at my door at 6 a.m.
Really?
Yeah, because they live nearby. But what are you doing at 6 a.m.? You got questions about my website? You just woke me up. And no, that spooked the crap out of me. I told the guy, get out of here before I call the cops. And he left, never came back, never was a member ever since then. But the guy wasn't there.
But you could have put your information private. I mean, I know as a business you shouldn't do that because the business defeats the purpose if you go private.
When this happened, there was no domain name privacy. There was nothing like that.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
This is about hold on now. About 8 years ago, 10 years ago. Yeah, around that.
Well,
time.
Here's the thing. My stuff isn't private because I am a business, so I need to put myself out there.
No, not your domain name. Not your domain name. Or at least put your address as a PO box.
Well, no, I can't. I don't have a PO box.
Well, then I would pay for domain name privacy seriously because you're gonna have lunatics showing up at your door.
I have too many domain names. I'm not doing that. It adds up. But I don't put my home number. I put my Google voicemail number.
Yeah.
I don't. They can't call me. That's for sure.
You gotta watch out for the address. I mean, I'm ready to shoot whoever comes through my door. I've
never had that problem in all the years I've been online. Anyway, I've never had anybody show up at my door.
No, well, I'm getting people showing up at restaurants saying, "Hey, you're Nelson Buck."
Mm-hmm.
I don't like celebrityism. Go away.
You must have an animal magnet.
TMZ. No, TMZ.
Oh, jeez.
What'd you say, Josh?
I said I've had local companies show up at my door, but
Uh-huh.
and then I've also had online people that like Facebook friends that just mailed me stuff out of the blue because they had found my address online.
Yeah, I never had any of that happen unless I purposely gave them my address.
Yeah, I was so surprised actually. This Christmas, I had somebody that they know I post a lot of funny cat videos, so they happened to follow me on Facebook and they see all the cat videos. So they said they were at the mall and they saw this cat calendar, so they actually mailed me a calendar. I have never met this person.
That's cool.
Random, out of the blue, I got this calendar in the mailbox. Had to figure out who.
That's a good thing.
I had to look up the person's name online because I had no clue who they were.
So you guys have all the friends and buddies, and somebody at one point mailed me an inflatable doll.
That's kind of funny, man.
Yeah, I know, but still, it's like, why?
It depends though what kind it was. Like if it was
I don't know who the I don't.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I don't know who the person is, but that was kind of awkward. Hey, we have 2 people with mugs today, or 3? Eugene should have his, but we don't know. We'll never know. John has his. Mike has his. Where's Carrie's? Carrie?
I have to go get my mug.
Carrie. Do I get a mug this month, guys, or next month?
Talking to you.
There's mine.
There's yours. Do I get a mug this month or next month?
You should get one. This month.
You didn't earn one this month.
I didn't earn one this month. Okay, it's the hell with
I'm
Nelson.
supposed to get one.
You're supposed to get one. You're supposed to call me the other day so I can go through and order it. She never called me back. We finished the show and she never called me back. I can't remember what it was.
It's a scam, Lauren. Be careful.
Yeah, it's a scam. Yeah. Send me $500. I'll send you a mug.
If you
Oh,
really
somebody
know,
did that on the news. I got to tell you this real quick. Somebody did that on the news. This lady's son, I think, I don't know if he was at a college or not, but somebody called him on his cell phone, and I guess he answered it. And this person said something about his mother, and that he had to get, like, some type of cards. I don't know if they said his mother died or something. Or whatever, but it turned out he was scammed.
Yeah, he was probably told to go to Best Buy or something like that and buy some of those cards, and then you got to read off the number of the cards or stuff like that. Yeah, I've heard of that. But I mean, seriously,
Yeah, he had to give them a code or something.
Yeah, if a family member dies, don't talk to a stranger. Call your family to find out what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, or somebody will get in touch with you, definitely.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
You know. One person called me up and wanted to know the details and how I wanted to bury my father, and that we had to talk about the casket and all this. I'm sitting there going, what? My dad's alive. And what was funny is I just finished talking to him because I was on the phone and I got this other call. And Dad, I got this other call. Click, and they're telling me my dad's dead. What?
Right.
He says, hold on, let me ask my father about that.
Yeah, but they had my dad's name, they had his address, everything. I mean, if I didn't know better, they had me convinced.
Yeah.
They're that good. Don't feel bad if scammers.
Yeah, they get creative.
Yeah, they're pretty creative. One guy got me the other day. He had a video up. I'm not gonna say what it is because it really is stupid. When I go back to thinking about it now, and I'm like, God, I'm an idiot. I should have known better. Negative undertone here.
Well, I had one guy. He told me he had $15 million to send me. If I would send him some money, I said, "Where's my money first?"
Yeah.
And he hung up on me. I said, "Come on."
Well, the guy in my case said that is your car still for sale on Kijiji on the classified ads? And I said, I wrote back, no, it was Auto Trader. It was Auto Trader. I said, yes, it is. Are you interested? Wrote back, yes, I am very interested, and I am in the process of moving, but I need that vehicle. It was a white pickup. It was an F250, and I said no problem. I said, well, you can come by and visit it and see it and go over it. He goes, oh no. He says, how much do you want for? I'm sending a tow truck, and they're going to be here tomorrow. You give me the address. I'll pick it up. They'll leave you the cashier's check or whatever the check they said. And we'll take care of the paperwork on my end. And I'm like, wait a minute, that doesn't work. First off, I said, okay, no problem. Well, the price is what's on the ad. Go with that price, and we're good. And he goes, yeah, I don't have the ad in front of me. And this is where I caught him, thank God, because I was convinced this guy was real. He goes, I don't have the ad in front of me. Can you please tell me what the price was again so I can fill out the check? So I wrote out $496,727,000 blah 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 dollars. And the guy wrote back, okay, great, very good. Thank you very much. I'm going to get that check written out for you, and the guy's going to be there tomorrow at 8 o'clock.
Wow.
400 and something $million for a truck. Wow, scam. I think when the guy finished, he looked at the number and went, oh. Now here's the scam. In Canada, if you put a vehicle on a flatbed truck and you take a check and you go to the bank and you cash the check, the truck left. The truck's going towards the border. You take the check and you go to the bank and you cash it. The bank will look at it and say, one, in Canada, it's a foreign check. It's going to be frozen. 30 days. If anything, you can have them verify the bank, and have them call the bank and check the check. They're going to say, there's no money at that account. It doesn't exist. It's a fake check. Meanwhile, they've got your vehicle on a flatbed truck heading for the border. Once it hits the border and they get through and that vehicle is not tagged as stolen, it'll get through. Once it's in the States, it's very easy to put plates on that truck.
Yeah.
Very, very easy.
Yeah.
And at that point, forget it. You don't have a vehicle anymore, and you don't have a check, and they got away with it.
Yeah.
The best one is where the guy says, "Car as is." The guy didn't check nothing. There was no motor in it, as is.
As is.
I heard.
Yeah.
Here's the check. The guy says, "No, sorry, as is."
Yeah, a lot of the times, like when I plow my truck, the guy wrote "as is," and he went $250. I told him, I'll be at your place at 4 a.m. I left at midnight. I got there for 4 a.m. and I picked up the plow for $250. Now that's a dirt cheap price, regardless. As long as you can put it down and push, and it pushes snow for what I wanted to do. It was the sidewalks. Put it on an angle and just drive with the vehicle and just clear all the snow off large, long walkways. Like 1,000 feet long. So it was, regardless of the price. When I saw $250, I couldn't care less. I have buddies who know how to weld. I got people who are engineers. I got access to resources, so I could modify or rig up whatever I needed. So I got there. The guy goes, "I never thought you were going to be here at 4 a.m." I said, "Yeah, it's pitch black." Load the plow up. I didn't really look at it more than that. And he's going, "Well, you need to fix this. You need to get that. You need these pins. You need." Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Here's the money. And he goes, "You know it's as is, right? You can't come back to me in 30 days and say you want your money back." It really was as is. And it turned out to be the best plow I ever bought.
Really?
Yep. Needed a few parts, but hey, what doesn't when it's old, eh?
Yeah, sure.
It's still in my truck, and it still pushes snow, and it still does the job.
I had a student in class today. He said, because one of my students, he just came back from a business trip to India and about stuff like that, and they were saying in some countries you have to be careful when you call the towing service, right? Like AAA. I don't know what they have in Canada. In the States, they have AAA.
Oh no, CAA.
And over here they have ADAC. They call it. Anyway, they said when you call this service and someone comes, you need to make sure that they are actually, if it's not on the truck, you need to get some kind of identification or stuff, because they said in this, I don't know which country it was, but that's a scam. Then you'll call the service, and then somebody will show up with a tow truck and tow your stuff away, and they won't be the service.
Service shows up 5 minutes later and says, "Where's your car?"
Yeah, exactly.
Meanwhile, your car is being stripped. Yeah, and that happens in North America too, a lot.
Yeah.
Another thing we got going on here in Chicago is Amazon and UPS and all those. When they come to, they'll dress up like they're in a UPS driver's uniform. They'll literally just come to the door and rob the person.
Wow.
That's how they're doing it now over here. So now they're telling people, make sure the truck's actually out there and clearly marked, and that they're not just, some guy at the door that looks like they're in UPS uniform.
Yeah.
Wow.
What is happening to our country?
That's so different than when somebody a cop stops you at a stop, like when you're in a car and a fake cop and they quickly show your badge but they flick it like so you really can't see it. I mean, there's all types of people like that out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well,
yeah,
when I got pulled over for talking on the phone while driving, 3 demerit points and $150 ticket later. I could have had a $400 one. I told the cop, "I'm sorry, I questioned you a lot, but you're in a minivan." Turned out the police officer was on the way to work, and he pulled me over in his personal minivan. And came up beside me and said, pull over, and he showed the uniform, and I pulled over, and I was really I was trying to get out. I mean, I had a steel bar, and I was reaching for who is this guy, and well, it turned out it was a real cop. And
are they allowed to do that if they're not officially on duty?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
As long as they're upholding the law, they're allowed. Yeah.
Well, yeah, there's people who could do citizens arrest.
What I could have done is I could have said I refuse his identity. I can refuse to accept him as a cop and bring a real cop. I could have called a real cop myself. He had no right to arrest me or detain me, but he was allowed to pull me over once he explained everything, showed his credentials. Then I saw it was a real police officer. And then he gave the ticket. He even said thank you for admitting that I was driving. I had my phone in my hand like here and going okay blah blah blah, and I'm driving with the other hand, right? And I told him I shouldn't have been doing that. It's true. And here in Canada they have the liberty of assigning what they want on a ticket. So he dinged me $150. The 3 demerit points are mandatory, so I got the 3 points taken off. And in Canada, you want more points. You don't want less. You want more. But he could have nailed me for $400 for having a first-time offense of holding a phone in my hand while driving.
Yeah.
Ouch. And it was at the time where it was just switching over. I told him I wasn't to my ear, and it's like, yeah, I know. I could have argued with him, but I would have got a $400 ticket.
That's like this arguing, right? They showed this clip on German television. They had this thing about the Autobahn police, right? And anyway, they pulled this guy over driving a minivan because he was speeding. Okay, and it was one of these minivans where there are no windows on the sides or anything like that. Anyway, so he pulls the guy over. They pull the guy over and say, "Yeah, you were speeding and passing dangerously." And this guy starts all of this mess about, "Yeah, I live on one of these free farm thingies, and we have a free life, and this is a bunch of bureaucracy, and why don't you just let me go?" And talking all of this junk, right?
To a German cop.
Yes, to a German cop.
Wow.
So then the cop says, no, that's not happening. Let me see your driver's license and all that. And then he says, we need to check your load in the van. And he says, well, yeah, this is my private area. You can't just say, yeah, but you were driving dangerously, and we need to check to make sure your load that you're carrying is secure. Okay? So the guy and his co-driver gets out. They open the back door. You know what's in the van? A couch with about 4 or 5 guys in it, sitting on it, smoking weed.
Oh.
They open the door and the smoke comes out.
Yeah.
Right?
I've had that happen. I mean, that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, I mean, the idiot is going to argue with the cop, knowing all he had to say was, "Yeah, you're right. You caught me. Give me the ticket, and hope he doesn't look in the back."
Yeah.
But no, he's going to argue with the guy.
That's it.
Yeah.
I was traveling down a country road here. I had to go drop off a poutine at a friend's place for my daughter. My daughter, we were going out there to drop something off, and there's a roadblock for drunk driving and stuff. And I pull up. I see the cop. I talk to him. ID. The whole thing. Okay, thank you. I drive safe. The whole thing. They're looking for drunk drivers. And alcohol and stuff. Yeah. And I told him. Drive on, go deliver it. Now, 10 minutes later, I'm heading back in the opposite direction. Same roadblock, same cop. And he goes, ID, and where are you headed? I said, the things. He goes, have you been drinking? Oh, yeah, I just finished 10 six-packs. I was joking. He went like this. Come out of the car. because he had a microphone on and it's all recorded. And I just admitted to drinking 10 six-packs. Sobriety test in front of everybody.
That's smart, Nelson.
Sobriety test in front of everybody.
Smart.
Cars are going by and they're like, me, they're driving by because they're just laughing their ass off. They don't know me from a hole in the ground, but it's like, yeah, you were drunk driving. Oh, no, I wasn't. Oh. So, don't argue to the cops and don't make jokes.
No kidding.
Oh yeah, I've got a kilo in the back.
Like that joke about the cop when the cop that pulls the guy over and the guy says, "Oh, I'm sorry, they asked for license registration," and he goes, "Can you hold my beer?" Why? I look for it.
I'm sorry, I have too much blood in my alcohol system. I'm sorry, did I call you Ossifer?
I'm not sure how happened.
Yeah, Belinda gets drunk and just
Linda,
becomes
you can do that well.
Oh, thank you. I've been told that before. That's scary.
Apparently, when I get drunk, I stutter.
Okay.
Stutter. I don't know. If I get drunk and I don't fall asleep like I usually do, if I drink too much, I fall asleep. Everyone knows the story. I've said it before. One shoe up top, a sock, jeans, another sock, shoe. I don't know how that happened. And then in bed, sprawled and I take up the whole bed. By the time I got to my bed, I was asleep. It's like I made it down the steps. That was impressive. Yeah. So apparently, if I skip that step, I start to stutter and can't make any coherent phrases. I'm really hard drunk to understand.
So you're like slurring, stuttering. That's a new talent.
Like, you're my friend.
Try being drunk with a speech impediment. Not that I'm making fun of people's speech impediments.
But that's all, folks. Yeah. Now you see, this is where I should tell everybody. Okay, everybody say bye. And then I don't press stop. And then we show everybody what we really talk about.
Yeah.
So what did we talk about today, guys? We talked about integrity. We talked about stop duplicating everybody that's out there. Be your own stuff. Be your own person. Be your own site. Try to make whatever you're making the best it can be, not just mediocre or bare bones. We talked about don't lie to the cops. Don't argue with them. Don't drink and drive. Don't tell the cop that you drank, even though you didn't. What else? Emails. We talked about emails. And that's about it, I guess, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Marketing. Fun. Yes. Join us tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tomorrow's Wednesday? Yes.
Tomorrow, Thursday.
Tomorrow's Thursday.
It's one of those days,
Payday.
Don't screw up the schedule, man.
Yeah, tomorrow's payday. Tomorrow's Thursday, for real?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Wednesday's my hard day. I just got through it. Don't give it to me again.
I got payroll today. I know.
Well, we could do like Groundhog Day and make it Wednesday all over again just for John.
What if Nelson pops his head up? It's six more days, or what? What?
The groundhog is just basically messing with
shadow.
us.
Yeah, if I pop my head up, I see a shadow.
You know what? The groundhog's going to see something anyway, so I don't know why they even bother to do that crap.
I don't know where that.
Basically, it's a bunch of people in Pennsylvania that decide to get high and talk to freaking animals.
Yeah, they said get high on weed. They get high on weed, and they started smoking dandelions.
And then they act like they're talking to the groundhog, which really means they're really high. So.
I can see their eyes half shut, walking by, looking at the ground.
Since John was late getting in, John can close the show up. John.
Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for.
John. We got 1 minute left. Come on, John.
Thanks very much for joining once again to the Mardox Daily Live Chat. Remember, subscribe, like, comment, and you might even get a prize. We're not going to tell you what it is until we draw the prize. And next month, the conditions are going to change, so get in now.
Oh, they are going to change now. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, now we have 30 seconds. Now, John, we have
John
30
has
seconds
spoken.
left. John, now we have 30 seconds left. What do you want to fill it with?
No,
I'm just kidding. If everybody wants to say bye to the interwebs and the Yuska tubes and all that.
God bless, goodbye, and sayonara.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.